that has an off button. So usually it should be kept in the off position, otherwise the battery will get drained. Then when I turn it to the manual on, the machine now functions in the manual defibrillator mode. You can see that the screen has come on, and on the screen you can see that there is a button which says sync on off. Now the sync on off button is used when you're going to use the defibrillator for cardioversion, when the patient is conscious. You don't want the shock to fall on the R wave. You want to prevent an R on T phenomenon. Okay, so therefore you place it in the sync mode and then use the defibrillator for cardioversion. Otherwise, the sync button is usually off. Okay, so when I press, you can see what happens. It says sync. So, but this is not what I use in an emergency when I want to do emergency defibrillation. Then you can see there is a heart rate alarm button. There is a lead select button. Now, the lead select button is important because when I am going to do defibrillation using the paddles, I have to select this lead to paddles. When I select paddles and I place the defibrillator paddles on the chest, the rhythm will begin to be displayed. And you can see here that the rhythm displayed is ventricular defibrillation. Now, after I have done the first shock, then I have a little time in which the person who is doing the defibrillation can attach the ECG cable. So I am going to just attach the ECG cable and show you. So these are clips. So the red cable goes to the right shoulder, the yellow cable goes to the left shoulder, and the green cable goes on the left lower part of the chest. And as soon as I attached it, you can see that the sound came that it has been attached. Now what I need to do is to change the lead select button from paddles to the ECG lead. Okay, you can see that the ECG lead has switched on and you can see the rhythm. The rhythm is still ventricular fibrillation. Okay, so I hope you all have all understood the parts of the defibrillator. And then I have got this jelly here. Before I start defibrillation, I have to put jelly to ensure good contact. Now let me show you how defibrillation is done. And before we start, let me just show you the paddle positions as well. So there are two paddles. One is below the right clavicle and the other is lateral to the apex in the fifth intercostal space.